It is time for Grubby versus HawK. Of course, you know Grubby better than most of the scene, being old 4K members and stuff. And I saw today a little miracle happened. You didn't quit a game against Grubby. How come?
I don't know. I thought I'd try, like after not playing in Steam for a while, I had almost forgot how obnoxious it can be to play against somebody that runs around the map. Yeah. I lay out a couple traps on the map. I put cheese inside, but he didn't. He dodged them all. So, yeah. I was the one that got trapped eventually. I lost.
Yeah, your next opponent, of course, going to be either... well, not the Grubby yet. It's going to be the quarters first. That game just finished. Did someone catch the winner?
One of the boys. You mean us, or because there's delay on stream?
We'll be on Liquipedia, I think.
I mean, between Cooper. Yeah, it already should be out. So Cooper defeated Please 2-1. So you're playing against Cooper next round.
Oh, nice.
Sounds a little sarcastic.
Blade
Blade Master time, indeed.
I find it really obnoxious to play against Blade Master, but yeah, I would have preferred Please probably, but whatever, I'll do what I can. I didn't really have much expectation going to the tournament, but I've been playing a lot.
We'll see tomorrow how that goes. We got a big donation by Mr. Knubberquakes. Happy New Year to you, my friend. 167 euros. Gotta love that human tower rush. Happy New Year, y'all. And I think we have to share that donation with you, ToD, since you were kind of responsible for that human tower rush right there. Are we all in the game?
Yeah, I'm in.
There's 50 people. If we're not all in, we're never gonna be. I've never seen a lobby.
Neo, are you here? You're not here.
I'm in.
You're right at the bottom. Okay.
Where I belong.
Neo's a power bottom. It's fine. We have a few supporters here, by the way. So let's read them out as well. And by a few, I mean a lot. 1-2 with 13 months. T-Topa with 16 months. Wog with 6 months. Tyremasilano, that's a hard name, with 14 months. Here's Bimbo with 48. But Liquor with $50. Hitcher with 25 euros. Says, much love. Keep up the good work. Exodon TV with 30 months. Nuda with 17 months. War3 History, aka Fishy, thank you very much, with 5 months. Linfra with 7 months. Frogil Hooley with 10 euros says, only to be spent on hookers and blow. And Knubbe Quakes, as Neo just said, also from my side. Thank you very much. Nem82 with 19 months. Bara Wav with a sub. And Lord Helmy with 63 months. Guys, thank you all so very much. And Happy New Year for everyone who hasn't heard that yet. If you're a little bit late to the stream, perhaps you missed the first game. ToD blew through that game with a 2-0 very convincingly, but we have so many games left. We have 3 more today of the round of 16. Half of them are shown on our stream and half on the B streams. And then tomorrow we're going to have the quarterfinals, semifinals, grand finals all being shown here. It's going to be a long, wonderful day of Championship Sunday. And who's going to be the winner? Can anybody beat Happy? Who's going to do it? Who can do it? Who might do it? Might it be you, ToD? Are you going to be the one?
Wait a second. First of all, who are you calling the B stream here?
Taker.
Oh my God.
Well, that doesn't go for personal player streams, of course, because you just had a personal player stream.
Okay, nice save. Yeah, no, I'm absolutely not going to beat Happy. Sorry.
Well, maybe someone else can beat him first, and then you take the crown from, I don't know, Neutron, maybe. Maybe he's going to make it to the finals. Who knows?
I take it one match at a time. Like right now, all I'm thinking about is the Blade Master being invisible, me cursing out loud because I don't know where he is, if he's right here about to steal my items. And then, guess what? He gets the creep and the item. That's what's going to happen tomorrow.
Well,
where's the confidence? Where's the confidence? Okay, looks like we are getting ready, just waiting for HawK here. It's kind of cool to have Grubby back. His first season appearance was season 2, and he did really well over there. I think top 3, right? Just Happy one, of course.
Place, yep. Only behind Happy and X-Lord.
Exactly. So let's see if we can get that bronze medal back. I mean, there's technically no bronze medal because we have no game for 3rd, but he always has high ambitions. I think I saw in his stream title that he's practicing a lot. I think today he practiced off stream quite a bit. And if Grubby is in tip-top shape, he's scary.
Wait a second. Is Grubby playing? I gotta go.
Grubby is playing today, guys. Grubby is playing today in the tournament.
I gotta go.
Yeah, he's been tryharding really heavy, dude. I've been watching his stream quite a bit over the last couple of days, and he is in competitor mode. He's in tournament mode. It feels like this is pretty much the only thing he's thinking about. He is a hardcore competitor. Now, most of the time, he doesn't compete anymore, but it seems like when he does, he pretty much gives it his all. Grubby can absolutely look very terrifying here. And from what I've heard, he's been throwing in some custom games. He's been practicing, for example, with, what's his name? Cruncher, quite a bit. So he was getting ready for this game and for this tournament. And we'll see how well he does against one of the best Europeans.
Exactly. HawK, not to be underestimated, he took quite a break from Warcraft after DreamHack, I feel. I haven't seen any tournament results from him. He wasn't in Rustbrain, he wasn't in the Taker tournament. But yeah, let's see if he's in shape or if Grubby is just plowing through him. Grubby might even be the best orc in Europe at the moment, with Cash playing a little bit of random, with Spiral off racing. So who else? Maybe Cooper in the competition there as well. But I think it's finally time to kick off this game. This next round of 16 is Grubby versus HawK. Here we are. And I see a Farseer and I see a Warmill, ladies and gentlemen.
Farseer Hammer, boys. It's back. It seemed like a bit of a gimmick for a while. Then it seemed really good. And then everyone stopped playing it. It was, of course, first being popularized on the high level by Kiwi Kaki from Canada. And Grubby also played it, refined it, played it very well. But we saw it somehow slipping out of the meta again. But Grubby always able to pull it off here. And we're going to see it now once again. If you're playing against the Orc, seeing something like Farseer Headhunters, is this something you prefer seeing, ToD? Or how do you approach that strategy?
Yeah, not many people do it, and Grubby does it like super flawlessly. Like he's got the best execution of it. I was watching in substream, I think 2 days ago, and he described it really well. Because I asked him, how would he compare Hitman and Grubby? And he said, well, Hitman in standards, it just seems like he's super well-rounded. He's good at everything. Like his execution is just so good. Grubby, not as good as at standard, but absolutely insane with headhunters. He's like the best by far at that style. So he was saying it's probably what he should stick to. And I kind of agree with that. I feel like if I play against this standard, I'm less worried than if I have to play against this awkward headhunter style that you don't really know how to counter, because he's the only one who does it, and he does it so well.
Last hit number 1 goes to HawK. That is the level 2. So Grubby not as disruptive as he would love to be. Still 0 experience. And looks like HawK knows exactly what to do. A little bit of pressure on the Farseer. Yeah, I would say that it was always Grubby's strength to prepare for his opponent and come up with some cheeky strats. Not cheesy strats, but, you know, a little different from the standard. Always setting up some traps. And so far, this trap backfires a little.
Yes, super solid play so far by HawK. The creep route right away, where he left the camp early to let the militia finish it, go over to the green, get the level 2 uncontested. Really good positioning of the militia. If you slip a little bit here with the reaction time, quickly militia can start falling, quickly you lose last hits. One goes down now, but that's okay. The lumber mill is coming up, the tech has started, the tower is about to upgrade into an arcane. The time of the wolves, at least in the main, is drawing to a close, but solid defense here so far by HawK. I was worried a little bit that the Shadowlands might interfere with HawK's strength and potential here in this tournament, but of course, he's a veteran. He is a super strong player. I feel like especially this last half here, he has looked amazing, HawK, over in Europe.
Yeah, and actually, for a while, when we would see him against Orc, or as of late, it was always the double Sanctum style, which by the look of things here is going to be there. Against Headhunters, it makes a lot of sense to go for that. Rifle's not quite as good. There is a few timings you can try and attempt. That one footman, ooh, I'm surprised no deny here from HawK. And Grubby, like this is a very strong timing here with Headhunters. Like they do very well against footmen. He is also trying to make sure he knows which fountain HawK would head to if he was to try and go to any. And once you have like 5 headhunters, then you can start creeping yourself, because you know that the human's gonna have a hard time engaging into you. Like we see, like defense hasn't even started yet, so Grubby easily could go for like the merchant, for example.
Yeah, I remember in the season 2 tournament, Grubby kind of destroyed Blade with his Headhunter style. Blade didn't seem to be too ready against it. HawK, after that, I have seen played against this Headhunter style as well, and also talking about it, and what HawK, at least back then, said, that this style of Headhunters isn't really all that good if you know how to play against it. With like level 3 MK and fairly early pressure and maybe even expansion, I think is his attempt. We'll see how he decides to play against it here. Is Grubby gonna go Headhunters and stay on tier 2 for a while and expand? Or is he gonna go for that style that he showed against Blade before, where he's going for Walkers, tier 3, and then Torrents to get really strong on tier 3 level?
He just wants to please you with a couple of torrents, doesn't he? There is a torrent totem coming, TC as well, so at least one torrent will be on the battlefield. I think so far the Headhunter timing is working out pretty well. He prevents the Archmage from level 3. He didn't lose a single Headhunter. He's disrupting the creeping even further. Farseer is in a little bit of trouble with only 80. But there's almost no damage on HawK's side as well. So human gameplay slowed down for sure. And Grubby's buying time for his tech.
It doesn't take much to please Remo. Like if you human, go rifles in a fire. If you orc, get bloodlust.
Rah, rah, rah. And Torrents, of course.
But yeah, I like the lumber mill here from HawK pretty early. Yeah. I've been talking to Death Note. He's obsessed with this lumber mill these days. He keeps telling me, man, it's so perfect. You get the lumber mill, then you gotta have enough food, then you take the expo. And I agree with him. Like it's really the key to being able to expo and fix all your lumber issues, because double sanctum is very costly in lumber. And you're gonna wanna go for that expand pretty quickly. It's very rare that you would ever stay on one base here. Grubby's attempting to pull in the center, but not near the tavern to trap it.
That's smart. He will trap him, but on the left-hand side, which is really rare. So HawK will not expect this, and this is one of the prime example of a Grubby play. Like, do something your opponent is not prepared for, what he doesn't expect, and the element of surprise is giving you that edge, but the Ogre says, not with me, my friend. Archmage is here. Big last hit to be grabbed up.
Ooh. Didn't get it, but it was kind of close.
Yeah.
Kind of. MK coming in. There's no stomp here yet, so hardly any spells for Grubby to use. He's gonna TP out, losing one Headhunter only. Takes out a footy as well. Got the red camp item. I would say overall a pretty decent trade for Grubby, but that TP being gone is definitely a bit dangerous moving towards the late game stages of it.
I wonder if HawK might expand in center here. He's not sending militia just yet. He's going to 4 priests. A little bit unusual. Usually you just stop at 3. And we've seen some humans keep sorceresses entirely. I wonder if he's going to go into breakers. Usually HawK is the guy that will go into a lot of breakers, Infi style, and skip sorceresses entirely, and then he'll just target heroes with, or rather the Torrent Chieftain, with Stone Bolts and his additional breakers.
We see the tier 3, by the way, almost ready. It is the double Torrent totem. It is going to be Torrents, and then the question is, how do you shut down Torrent if you're not going for a lot of Sorks or something? Because breakers are definitely going to lose the front row battle.
Yeah, it's also a lot about creeping here. Who can creep more right now? Map control is definitely with HawK right here, as his MK Stormbolt is pretty good right now, and also Clap will be coming in. The Aura helps out, and Sorks could be dangerous as well. I mean, in this case, we don't see sorceresses, but we have decent damage on the human side. Not the greatest yet. HawK runs back to his side of the map, retreats to his natural. Is this time now to expand? We look in the main. Militia coming over. Yep, it is.
HawK is being very indecisive. He sent militia to center earlier, then he sent them home, so he was like, okay, I'm not going to expand yet. Then he sent them to the expo, and one wolf was coming down. He's like, oh, I don't want him to see that I'm expanding. So he sent militia back home again, and now for the 3rd time they're coming out, and this time it's going to be for real. He's actually going to take it down there. Against this style, I feel like he should maybe mix in a few sorceresses, but we see those walkers. We need to pay attention to the mana here. They're going to have resurrections with ancestral spirits available, which resurrects what units again, Remo? Can you remind me?
Grunts, right?
Grunts, maybe? Do they work?
I heard legendary Warcraft players saying they can revive grunts.
Next patch, maybe. Next patch. Something to keep in mind for the
in Reign of Chaos. Actually, not even.
One wolf scouts the peasants down there. If this was a level 2 wolf, this would be dangerous for the peasants, but since it's only level 1, the expansion should be coming up. Grubby has the confirmation now, and does have the Berserker upgrade. Doesn't want to give this Rock Golem over to HawK. The MK will be getting very close to level 3. Stormbolt to slow down the TC. Nice clap as well. And the last hit, an item Goes to the MK. Wait. Did
Goes
the
to
Farseer
Grubby.
steal the last hit?
Yeah, he did. And that's
Oof.
level 3 for the Tauren Chieftain. Item was the big healing here, but on the other side, Grubby found the greater mana, so he will certainly be happy about that. The Farseer is a damage dealer. That's something you don't say very often with the 2 claws. Going over to the red spot. This is a lot about like treasure hunting at the moment. Of course, HawK trying to buy some time. And that expo is already hurt, so are the walkers, but here's the fight.
Oh, the casters are still
coming
fighting
in.
creeps.
Oh, the creeps getting involved. This looks like a very bad fight for HawK. We have the Shadow Hunter here now with Heal Wave. We have the Tauren ready with good damage and also Ancestral Spirit about to be ready. The Berserker, which is a signature Grubby move, just passed by the front line with Berserker on, maybe with a speed scroll, going for the casters in the back right away. This way, the fight gets very discombobulated, very weird to micro, but now the Berserker's getting slowed in the back and perhaps chased down, but everything for HawK is super hurt.
Gotta be careful with that Archmage now. Tauren is coming in, trying to catch up even further. Next, Headhunter falls as well. Man, what a scrappy fight this is. 47 versus 41 supply. Next bolt goes, next storm goes into this Mountain King, who has a big potion. Maybe it's a little bit of an overcommitment. Stormbolt is ready in his attack. Now it is. Can he fight out? He's trying with the Town Potent. Stormbolt on the TC, but everybody should be safe thanks to that TP. Who got the better end of this?
Hard to tell. The expansion came up in the meantime for HawK. He lost some units, but he also took out a lot of Berserkers. We only have 1 left right now. And the rest of the army that's coming in is going to be Walkers and Taurens. Grubby could fall back to his side of the map, go for a Tiny Great Hall if he waits a little bit, but he wants to creep a little bit more. It's going to be coming down a lot to hero levels. If this Farseer gets 3 and the Shadow Hunter as well, this would be tremendously strong heroes for the war.
Yeah, the best way for Grubby to win with this kind of composition is just to get to like 70 or 80 supply. Even if he's on 1 base, then with Breaker and Casters, you almost cannot win anymore because anytime you kill anything, it gets resurrected instantly. He gets Scourgebone Chime. And for some reason, the orb and items are all on the Shadow Hunter. He's got 21 agility against the Farseer's 20. Maybe that's why.
Yeah,
That's
he's
serious.
got faster attack speed, so makes sense, I guess.
Serious min-maxing.
Fighting Torrent at the fountain. Okay, this would be another level of bravery that I've never seen before in my life.
Not even Sonic would go for that one.
You sure?
Davai. Grubby at 60 supply. He's going Davai. That Orb of Lightning, by the way, can be very helpful against the Breakers to purge them. Usually it's very hard to control them, but here we see the purge coming through. Blizzard and Clap active, but also passive healing for the Torrents with the Scourge Bone Champs.
A lot of attention on the illusions. There was wasted damage. Shadow Hunter heals himself for probably the last time. There's no Stormbolt anymore. Spirit Link saves that SH, who's completely out of mana, moves him back to the fountain here. And the Breakers seems like they're quickly disappearing thanks to the Torrent AoE. Chain Lightning can't finish anything in the back because there was a heal scroll, keeping the army of HawK ready, and now he's aiming for that hero, and guess what? Grubby doesn't have a TP anymore, doesn't have a potion. It's an eye for an eye here at the moment. Farseer, he's kind of becoming a powerful tank. He wants to sacrifice for that hero kill. It's 1 break, it could be 2. Shadowhunter's still a little in danger here, but HawK's army is so bruised.
Both trying to make it back to the fountain. There, of course, free healing can be achieved. MK almost with another Stormbolt. This could be the next hero kill. Shadowhunter in trouble, but gets away. Spirit Link protects him for a little while longer. So many Torrents now. HawK can't fight the Torrents. He has to attack everything else.
He's almost a Stomp. 2 more mana. But he's not on top of units that he can Stomp right now. Grubby using the Fountain as well here with the Spirit Walkers. His style lends super well to that map. Thanks to the aura, he's able to chase the casters and he's taking them out. They're trading blow for blow, but Grubby is now on 65 supply against 51. He's got a peon in the center. Maybe thinking about expanding, maybe throwing down a shop for clarities on the Shadow Hunter. And with that Shadow being so close to level 3, that's going to be a giant power spike. HawK realized that he could not kill the units because they will be resurrected anyway, so he went for the heroes, but he's only killed 1. And I think he's in quite a bit of trouble now.
Yeah, and how important is a level 3 Farseer at this stage of the game? I think, of course, the TC is the most important one. Apart from that, Shadowhunter Progress is the second most important one. Chain Lightning is nice to have, but yeah, not the biggest deal to lose a Farseer. He's got to be careful with these Torrent. If they get surrounded, they might end up dying here. That's the next Stormbolt. That's the next surround. That's the next hero of Grubby without any survivability on it.
The Torrents can do big damage here, though. Look at the pulverizers. Oh my god. That is pure damage, by the way, not reduced by anything.
Archmage just killed TC gets healed last second. Quick reaction by Grubby. And the Flying Dutchman takes map number 1.
With his very own style, with the fast-tier headhunters into Torrens. Really cool. HawK before said that he's not so worried about this strategy, that he knows how to deal with it, but here Grubby gets the victory. The health fountains certainly helped out quite a bit, with the torrents so valuable to have, with ORC in general, so valuable to have with how much money you can save. Is that a style that is only very good on concealed, or will we see it again? We're going to find out.
That was a pretty good opening match here. The beginning maybe not as crazy good as we see from Kibikaki sometimes, but what a follow-up there. Once the headhunters were paired with the Farsi, I think Grubby got more and more ahead, and there was a certain ceiling for the strat of HawK. Even though he had the expansion running, it wasn't really the case that he could overwhelm with mass anymore. The Grubby's army was just way, way better coming from tier 3 and being so powerful with walkers and torrent that you can resurrect, and with the tri-hero combo that went online.
Yeah, it's very hard. If you're just going to have this army, you have only a very short timing before the walkers start having a lot of mana, and then they resurrect everything. And we saw he was doing the right thing. He was trying to go for heroes, but all Grubby has to do is like pull back correctly, minimize the damage that's being dealt to his heroes, use a healing wave. And those torrents, they pulverize away at everything if you ignore them. Like as soon as you go inside of that line, it's like over. Like you lose everything instantly. So yeah, I think not the best game from HawK in terms of start. You know, like he lost like one peasant, he lost a lot of manning time. Maybe like the newer builds that we've seen from Human, where you go like double farm tech with Arcane Tower, might be better against this. And after that, maybe the expo was also a little delayed because he ended up having that like fight in the center where he did force a TP, yes, but the item was already acquired, and then the expo, like you cannot have it that delayed, I think.
Whenever Grubby steps into a tournament, he seems like he's very, very well prepared, and today is not different at all. Let's see if HawK can come back. We go back to our Match Reno page, where we have more contributions from you guys. You don't stop. We have 1-on-1 and 2-on-2 crowdfunded, but you guys just don't stop. Global Cannibal with the 10, Michal with the 15, 20 by Medium Hassel, Varian Vrint with the 10, Chiller with the 5. Go, Grubby, go! Russian contribution for the 10, Fluxdew with the 50, not only building the best servers possible, but also donating to the cause. Thank you, mate. Zara, this tournament is always awesome, and I feel that's pretty much the point here. Everybody loves this tournament. Snowfallen with the 20, Just with the 20, Hitcher with the 5, Arksaber 10, Alpha with the 10. So many people helping out. It's fantastic.
And also us here on our stream, thank you for the contributions to Kefka Time with the 17 months, EP123 with the 10 euros, Bumblebear with the 4 months, Naza with the 6 months, Manic Twig with a gifted sub, Eichel Salad with the 6 months, Jebe with the 13 months, Zip Zap with the 13 months, Kai Katsu with the 54, Sparta with the 16, Nulz with the 3 months, Nanohertz, there we go, with the 2 gifted subs. Sidmul Laws with the 50 euros says, thanks for all the fun. Bon année. Oldest Warcraft 3 players speaking. 48. Who can beat this? Neo soon. Colin for life with the 12.
Remo, really you want to start this when we're 24 days away from your big birthday, really?
And I'm always younger than you. The Wilkie with the 26 months. Champesque with the 44 months. What a legend. Thank you very much. Realtor Ninja with the 11 months. Realtor Ninja also with 5 gifted subs. Even more. Thank you very much. And Barlin with the 10 months. Guys, thank you all very, very, very much. What is it that WO3 Champions tournaments are always crazy?
It's because we have the best community here.
And so are we. So are we.
Yeah, I think it's very unique, right? Because it's a ladder race. It's a ladder race. Like, it's the only one that we've got that leads into a playoff tournament. So it's like there's all this build-up. People are trying to qualify. And then, like, you get a drawing. I think W3 Champions, they're just doing so many things right that people are super hyped around anything that they're doing at this point. Like, it's so amazing to these guys like improve from season to season as well. Like now we went into 16 players. So yeah, big fan of them, and I'm not surprised that this is getting a lot of hype.
Yeah, there's also like a special participation here in this tournament. For season 2, it was Grubby. For season 3, it was you, Todd. Now we got both of you, plus the first Korean participant in Mikael. So there's always something new and exciting. And for the next season, we got 2 and 2 added to the mix. So yeah, the progress at W3 Champions never really stops. And these guys were working through Christmas and New Year's. I was monitoring the dev chat a little bit. Just they pour their hearts into this server, and it's wonderful. So, Concealed Hill is probably the map for the Grubby / Kiwikaki strategy with the Farseer, the Headhunters, and the Tauren especially, thanks to the fountains and thanks to the layout of the map. So, next one is Amazonia, and I'm quite curious what we'll see here.
Normally, certainly Farseer should be the play here. Unless your name is Cooper, Farseer should pretty much always be the play against Human. Seems to be working out better, but then again, some other players like Cooper's may disagree. But Grubby here is going with a Farseer and with the Grunt build. Normally on this map, we see a fast Lightning Shield creep on the Orc side for a quick level 2, and of course Militia creep on the other side. This Lightning Shield creep for the Orc has been looking so strong that quite a few humans over in Asia have been playing MK power build Alter with instant harass. And that sounds completely nuts, but it has been having some decent results. It's of course though susceptible to being scouted and then counterplayed. This is not what we're going to be seeing from HawK. No MK here, just AM standard. And that sort of surprises me, especially over in the NetEase scene. This is supposed to be an Orc map where the Farseer gets off to a good start. The TC can start creeping really well early on, and then with level 2 or level 3 TC, you can creepjack the human pretty easily on this map. So HawK, he had the loser's pick, and he chose Amazonia. I wonder why.
Yeah, it's hard to creep like past level 2 here eventually, like if they stay on top of one another. And when the second heroes come out, that's where it's like really tricky to creep. So maybe it's like counting on that. Like obviously, if you go double Sanctum, you're gonna have more ability than someone who has, you know, 7 Headhunters and just 2 heroes. Maybe just play more of the same for HawK with better execution. That might be the plan. But he opens up with a ring, creeping peppers.
That doesn't feel good. Farseer with the claws again. He had 2 claws last game. One of them plus 12. Land on the Shadow Hunter at some point and gets the fast level 2 over here. So does the AM. Gauntlets. No damage for him. Some tankiness for the MK later, but that's still quite a ways off.
Yeah, the 2 defensive items is always the worst here. Like you really want to have some extra damage because once you get level 2, it's all about clashing, it's all about fighting for camps. Then again, against the Farseer on this map, you know that there is chain lightning. So you cannot even go for like, you know, the small orange camps in the corners. Even the Murloc here might be stolen. Okay, no. I think he didn't want to use the mana for that. I mean, he did his small creep. He's gonna get the tome though.
The Sacred Text! He stole it!
Unbelievable.
He ran into his library and he yoinked the book out of there, just like in Westworld. And seems like these level 1 head tight runners are not worth the chain lightning. It's gonna conserve the mana over there. Wolfie's in the main. But good reaction. No peasants here going down yet. Militia chasing them away. Tech has started. Is of course a little bit ahead, as is the norm for the Orc. There's a peon AFK in the main. Ooh, that might lead to some lumber problems.
HawK on the other side has to deal with the wolves over and over. So it's a little bit of militia time. We don't have a lumber mill this game. So maybe lumber issues on both sides. HawK at 70 at half of the tech. Might be a little late with that as well.
I'm surprised HawK is the one chasing Grubby right now. I think he could just click on like Footmen, try to put some of them low, and then when you have this much mana and double chain lightning, you can always end up killing stuff. He's the one with the claw as well. So it feels like maybe Grubby is thrown off a little bit by how aggressive HawK was trying to be just now. But yeah, he's still staying on top of him. It's not going to let him creep. And this Troll Berserker, if you put him very low, and then he gets chain lightning and stolen, this is very bad. You really cannot have that happen.
Could use
Great movement here by Grubby. He's coming in to threaten the last hit steal. He's putting damage on the footies, and in the meantime, he's still getting stuff done with the other Grunt. Wolf and Grunt were in the south, creeping the rest of the camp. They are getting a little bit more experience for the Farseer. It's definitely a tough early game here for our human player. Farsi could easily secure the last hit. Right click, chain lightning, there we go. At least the item goes to HawK. A little bit more HP again.
That's definitely what he needs right now, eh?
I mean, at this point, the MK is almost out, for whom it is pretty nice. And we see a blacksmith, by the way. We're gonna have some refills coming in. No double sanctum this time.
It looks like he might have been trying to conceal that, because he waited a long time before he started it, but... Yeah, I mean, on maps where it's harder to creep, such as this one, it's very common nowadays. Actually, on Conceal Hill as well, we see so many humans, especially in Asia, they all go for rifles, because it's just so hard to creep with double sanctum. With rifles, they have so much damage, it's way easier. But yeah, HawK, this was scouted immediately here by the Wolf. So Grubby has a great opportunity to adjust to that. He's already got 3 grunts. The way you play against this is that you get more grunts than usual. And then you just kind of know the timings of like when to fight. And usually the goal is always to get TC level 3 very quickly and then go fight before Mountain King's level 3 and then just dominate.
This is a really strong early by Grubby. He's got level 3 Farseer already. The Wolves can be so strong. Against Breakers, it's a double-edged sword because they can get stolen, but against Rifles, they should always have value, and especially having them this early, really good. He stole away the enemy Kobold. He's getting pretty much solo creeping for the TC at his own Kobold, and now he can maybe creep the Mercamp and then continue harassing, or he's even trying to go for the Merchant Steel, which would leave very little for the MK, but the MK is coming in, and HawK has to contest for these creeps.
That's really crazy. Like, the Mountain King is already in trouble. Like, where's he supposed to creep afterwards? Maybe go for the Murlocs? He needs this last hit.
Oh, he misclicked!
Oof. He misclicked the Stormbolt on the Wolf, but he still got the last hit. Oh, that was almost a disaster.
Damn. I can't believe he bolted a Wolf.
Militia is coming in.
Not level 2.
That's the problem for sure, as he went for Aura first. Army is a little split here now, and Mountain King's strength, Stormbolt singling out units surrounding them, killing them. TC level 2 now has some mana to spend. These militia will not have a great time, probably. But still, problems for Grubby to reunite his army.
Yeah, there was like a one hit point Wolf standing there for like 5 minutes. I cannot believe he didn't kill that.
It almost looked like Grubby was gonna overextend right there, lose quite a bit, but he got the TC level up and he only lost 1 grunt so far. The Wolves are just so strong right now. This is the strength of a fast level 3 Farseer. There's no D-Spill yet, so dealing with them is super hard, and the TC still has plenty of Stormbolts to use.
Yeah, the combo with the
is
end
being researched.
The Wolves in combo with the end snare, good radar control, pulls them back. Thought so too. Grubby might be overextending, but not the case so far. 2 units still on the silver pattern here. That footman goes down. Rifleman chased by the Wolves. Pays 1 grunt for it. Maybe even saves it with the healed scroll. Scrappy fight once again. A little reminiscent of one in the mid game on Concealed Hill.
Yeah, that scroll was pretty nice here for Grubby. Definitely bought him some time. The rifles just keep dying. Farseer might have to TP in a second. Throws the Stormbolts. And he does get the Town Pole on time here. I think this was an amazing fight for Grubby. 43 supply now to 35. A grunt is on the chase in the main base.
Uh-oh! Saving Private Ryan! Save him! Save him!
Block! Oh my god, he didn't block.
He's good. He's good. He's fine. He's fine, right? Don't worry, guys. It's all good.
Damn, even the grunt survives. Is he though? 2 more hits.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, should be fine. With the speed scroll even. Grubby making double sure to get this grunt back home to heal him up. TC is getting close to level 3 with this spot. Wind of Illusion can be very nice as well, as we get Lightning Shield upgrade. And yeah, the last spot close to his main base of HawK. It's not enough for level 3 MK though.
I think HawK is in big trouble. He's not even done with the camp. Oh my god. Okay, well.
Uh-oh.
Archmage gets caught.
Uh-oh.
He might force the Town Pole away from the rest of the army. Oh, this is a disaster.
Uh-oh.
Okay. That's 2 units falling, but it's also the 3 units. Yep, that's a little bit of a feast for this TC, and the Rock Golem will be going to Grubby as well. Little bit too ambitious. What else was there to do? Not much, but Grubby with a presence of mind, knowing exactly where and when to strike, and he has such a huge lead now.
That's the massive problem on Concealed on AZ, excuse me. So hard to creep the MK. You can always get creep jacked. This is why I was so surprised to see this map coming through. The strength of the fast level 3 Farseer catapulted Grubby so far forward, and he's been playing with his lead very well. MK is trying to do his best right now with the claps coming through, but there are counter heal scrolls against it. Militia holding the line for as long as they can. Lightning shield in the middle of everything. There's not enough mana for a dispel right now. Heal scroll on the human side as well. Another clap comes through, but we also have more chain lightnings, more lightning shield, and more stomps, and HawK is just losing everything.
It's becoming a little bit of a tradition that Grubby slaughters the best European human in round 1 of these W3C tournaments. A surround on the Mountain King. Wonderfully done with the Wolves, the MVPs of this game probably. And that's double G. That's 2-0 for Grubby and ToD in the W3C season finals.
Back to the Shadowlands.
yeah, that feels like it for sure. HawK wasn't ready. Nowhere near ready.
Performances here. Yeah, true. And Amazonia, I think that's a very questionable pick. Grubby also made it look very, very tough, though, because he had a really good creep route. His presence with the Farseer was outstanding. His splits, his creep steals, the fast level 3. We keep on harping on it, but those fast level 2 wolves at around 40 supply and less are so damn strong. And Grubby played this super, super strong. ToD, you, and Grubby both with magnificent performances and pretty one-sided ones, to be honest, in our first 2 games.
Yeah, we went well. Sometimes it does, you know. You keep trying, and eventually you get a win here and there. But you mentioned the map. You know, the map pool for this tournament is kind of crazy. There is so many maps. I think, let me count.
I think 10
6,
maps?
7, 8, 9.
9 maps.
10
yeah,
maps.
9 or 10 or something. So, like, there is Runes of Azshara. There is Turtle Rock. Somehow in there. There is Autumn Leaves as well, which I'm hoping we'll get to see at some point. So maybe that might be why, you know, like HawK just vetoed like some of those crazier ones that I just mentioned, and then he ended up playing on Amazonia.
Yeah, really interesting. So
Yeah, of course, the players have a lot more vetoes as well. So after the veto process, there's actually 4 maps left, which is very unusual in a best of 3, that is. So player A gets to pick the first map, and then there's loser pick. So you can loser pick 2 out of 3 maps. So there's always options for multiple maps, which is kind of interesting, but also makes preparing for certain maps, for certain matchups, quite a bit more difficult, I guess.
yeah, for sure. It's going to be interesting if we see the more unusual maps down the road. I really hope to see Autumn Leaves and Ruins of Azshara as well. Give it a little spotlight here, as it's the only tournament that features them. That means we have 3 players in the round of 8. That is ToD, Cooper, and Grubby. And in the game that's being played at the same time, it is 1-0 for Sad against Mikael.
That's pretty damn impressive. Wouldn't have expected this. Honestly, I was assuming a clear 2-0 there by Mikael, but Sad, definitely a strong player. Great showing by him.
Yeah, he flies a lot. He flies a lot under the radar, I think, because, you know, he's not as flashy player. Like, he's not considered like top tier, you know. He's kind of like the European King Deuce. He looks like harmless, you know, nobody's really afraid of him, but then somehow he gets like a couple wins here and there. And I lost to him to down ladder pretty hard, actually. So, yeah, he's good.
All right, it's up at Ladin's channel. But we have some more contributions for the W3 Champions Season 6 final. Of course, we will be seeing Grubby again tomorrow. Lots of GGs flooding the chat at the moment. That is wonderful. Tomorrow it could be 3 games of Grubby. And of course, we're all looking forward to that dream semi-final of Grubby and ToD. But let's take a look at...
I wouldn't play.
You wouldn't play, just leave. You would play. I would make you play. We have Death with the $10. We got Storm with the 5. Felix with the 15. Soul Glider, absolute legend. Shout out to you, my man, with the $20. And then Global Cannibal and the others come in. We read them already. Remo, do we have any new subs or donos here?
Oh, yeah, we certainly do. We have Barlin with the 10 months. GDI with the 22 months. Link Lambo with the 4 months. Caesar Zon with the 10 months. Threep with the second with the 48 months. Patrick Swayze Express with the 27 months. Varian Rin with the 15 euros. Greeting us from the Shadowlands. Wait, is he dead already in WoW? I'm not sure. And also with the sub with the 7 months. Cybernetic Force with the 2 months. Demaglance with a 15 months, Beercraft 69 with a 9 months, and a Heron 08 with a 9 months. Thank you guys all very, very much.
All right, Todd, what's up on your channel next?
I think I'm doing the same match as you, like for the next match, but for the last one, I'll do a different one. You do Crav Happy Less?
Yeah.
And I'll do Thousand Chic. But yeah, I think I'm going to do also X-Lord Blades. I mean, Cash Neutron, no offense, but yeah, I kind of want to see X-Lord Blade.
Yeah, let's hope we get all the players in. But we also have a possible 1-1 in Mikhail versus Sad, so we'll probably just jump over right away to that one. Okay, last little summary of what we had today. Todd defeats Grubby. Todd defeats Lil DC 2-0.
Not yet.
Not
Tomorrow.
yet. There's the confidence I want to have. We have Cooper defeating Please, so 2 Night Elves out there, and Sad is leading 1-0 over Mikhail. Grubby advances with the pretty dominant 2-0 over HawK. Continues his rampage through European top humans.